time for part 2 of the little room experiment here. It should work. I've done some testing and it should work this time round. So 81 laps around Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Let me just change that, make sure you are at the right altitude. There you go. So starting P1. Good qualifying once again, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. The issue, as far as I've been able to localise, is rain. That's the issue, because I did a test stream right after last night and there wasn't a problem when it was in the dry, and just seems to be a problem in the wet. So anyway, here we are on the start line, 81 laps, should take us over 3 hours to do, so the AI will do a bit of driving at one point or another, just because I can't do that because I need to have dinner at some point as well. So the AI will pop in for a stint, maybe 2, and then I'll get back in. As with yesterday when I tried it the first time, time acceleration, fuel use, tyre wear, sets accelerated times 2. So that will work out as a real 161 lap race would. But here we are, let's get to it. Let's not delay it any further. Starting pole position, inside line. And away we are. Oh, good conversion there, but he was on the proper line out there. We're going to have to slot into third here. Oh, contact. We're nearly off here. Oh, drama behind us. They're off on the inside. In the fence already. And we're down to 5th. So we got through that little fracas quite well, all things considered. As we approach Griffin Bend. And then we lose all momentum in 4th. Not been able to figure out how I can set it up properly. It just seems like that's the way it is with this car. Ooh, sliding there a bit. Of course, high fuel load coming straight from qualifying. I missed that gear change. So the car will handle very differently. Heavier now. Got to keep that in mind. Across the top, John Hingsman Vista. Across the McPhillamy. I'll be right up and out here. Look at this, side by side to Skyline. We're going to slide in here behind again. The door's being left sort of open here. Let's back out of that one. I'll be out sideways, so we've got somebody right on our back end now as well. So we should have a good pull down Conrod here. But oh, Sonax is right on us. He's going to try and go around the outside, but no, he loses the ponies. He just doesn't have it in it. We're flying down here. We're closing the gap up here to 4th and 3rd. Oh, they touch. Oh, let's give him a hurry up here through the chase. Come down to my weak point, my second weak point. Although I've done some tweaks to the setup, which has helped a bit. No, away with you, thank you. Don't need that thing. Mate! Oh, we've been touched. Just moved over on me, I had nowhere to go, I was on the outside. So now we're hunting them down. Again, 81 laps, it's a massive distance. We're just going to have to work through this as good as we can. Can we get the overlap here at Skyline? Yes. A bit early on the downshift. Can I have to back out of that one? Oh, contact there. He's in the fence. See, he's holding on in there. He's in the fence again. Come on, mate. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, cross stop here. Oh, bad exit. Out of Forest Elbow. Snick's just going to have the run down our inside. A hell of a messy start here. Lap 1, massive dramas behind us. Then lap 2, we got sort of punted off there. Hell corner. There's a reason why they call it Hell Corner, of course. So things tend to happen. I have no idea how the AI gets such a strong pull out of here. Likewise, why they're so slow down Conrod. Just a bit of a vagary, I think, with the way the AI works. A bit wide through Hell Corner, but massively better than last time. Snitz is going to have a good run down our insides, though. They're always strong, although not this time, it seems. He's lost his ponies. The little Bimmer M3 doesn't have it. Oh, just a bit aggressive on the way in. Trailbrake a bit too hard. But see again, previously that would have just gone on me. So now we're mired down here from the front, starting pole position to 23rd, but there's still so much time to take right here. Come on, giddy up. Let's, yes, on the inside, good run. And he's backed out of it. We can run out wide. 5th gear on the run to Skyline brake. Now this is a problem. It's not really a passing zone until we reach Forest Elbow. So just have to go through the dipper here. Just kind of had to half cover there. What we may be able to do, either go long or go short on our pit stop, or on our stint, so we can bring it in either lap early or lap later than the rest, to try and just jump them. Just get a clear lap where I can take a second or so out of it. Come on, mate, let's go. Giddy up. We do have a bit of understeer on Hell Corner. Could just be me being aggressive on the throttle now. Not 100% sure on that. Well, let's set ourselves up here for a run into Griffin. Brake. Oh, we're off! I can't afford to be doing this. But both Schnitzer cars are down here, gee whiz. Oh, okay. See, now I'm pushing too hard here. Let's get a run, let's get a run. We can't make it through here in the first section over the top. We're going to be out here wide, just Gently grazing this. Come on, open up the inside. Open up the inside. Come on, let's get a run. Let's get a run. Let's get up. Yes, we got the overlap. Good work. Oh, right out sideways. Right out sideways. Oh, we bumping. We bumping. Oh, that's really, really, really not good. Massive damage. Guess we're going early. It is. I mean, stint lengths would be 0.1 again. So what we'll do very quickly. Repair all damage, please. Thank you. Not grab tyres. Just bring it in here, get that fixed up, and then we'll bang up a couple of good laps, and then we see where we stack up after the pit stop cycle. That will be the game plan now. See again, that's what happens when you're out of sequence. You end up all the way down the pack. You make those odd fights happen early doors, which you don't need to. Into the box, so here we go. No tyres, really. No point in taking tyres. Stopping after lap 5. We again running ACO rules, stopping, fuel, then tyres. Can't do it at the same time. Repairs happening, and repairs aren't taking too long. It'll be about 10 seconds. So as soon as we drop, we'll be ready to go. And once we're out of the lane, we are just on it. Just got to do qualifying lap after qualifying lap now. Come on. And just confirming that pitch speed limiter is now engaged, so we don't get a penalty. And release me. So here we are down Mountain Straight. Full fuel load. Tyres are pretty much as fresh. Clear road ahead of us. Time to make hay. That fourth gear feels so long. And of course, with a new tachometer, we can see my pedal inputs at the bottom right. Steering wheel is a one-to-one what I'm doing, so you can pretty much see everything I'm doing. Got to really slow it up here to get it set up right for the dip out. There we go, on the power. Always feels like you're having an accident there. It's absolutely fantastic. Brake down here to Forest Elbow. You've got to slow the car down enough, and then on the power, get it down. Back end, need to not step out too much. So this is now the great comeback drive of this year's Accidental Trailbrake Bathurst 500. Pushed too hard through the chase. I missed that gear change. Always fourth gear for some reason. And that's a crucial gear. That's the one that feels like it's too long. Just get it slowed down enough here for Hell Corner. There's a little relative there at the bottom left as well, I've added, so you can keep track of roughly where I am, as I sort of realise that people may drop in and out of this. So you can sort of see what the gaps are. We've got 28 seconds up ahead. Oh, don't hit the fence, mate. So now that's our dramas, hopefully. Just got to turn these laps out. Gotta work our magic here. That's Silman. Right out to the edge of the wall fence. Right there, just hesitant. 2 wheels in the gravel. So if you had any doubt as to whether or not I'm pushing right now, yeah. Sliding right there, right out sideways again. This track is just so stupid. This is the most insane thing anybody could do in a car. I mean, it's other than Nürburgring in terms of just absolute stupidity. So it'll be interesting around lap 15-ish is when pit stops should start happening. Will we jump people here? Because that would be a Herculean effort. It's now about doing it over 2 pit cycles, I would imagine, 2 stints here. Hopefully in a couple of stints time we might be back up in it. This is such a tricky braking point because it is downhill. And it really beckons you and it feels very flat. Oh, we are still like 1.5 seconds off my qualifying lap. Just slow. This is one of those really want to be slow in. So you definitely want to be doing those 2:25 laps. That seems to be a good marker for me, really. A 4th gear, oh my god. Actually, you know, like qualifying laps, like qualifying speeds with minimum risk. It's the old Lena Gay push without risk. Push without risk. Which, yes, I will 100% try and do that. And now we come down to like the section where you just always have a crash. Like, it feels like it. Oh. Right outside away through Forest Elbow. Can you believe it? So the next time we stop, we will take tyres just in case. That seems to be a sensible idea. Bad gear change, that's going to cost me. Oh, I just upset the car on the curb. It's a very hot day, around 30 degrees at Bathurst. Real life, it's about 1 degree outside. So not quite 30 degrees here. It seemed like we actually got a decent pull out of, my voice just broke there. Seems like we've got a good pull out of Griffin Bend. Just want to be careful through there, approach to Solman. It is very tight. I think in the GT4 race I did around here in the summer, every time I touched the grass there I would spin. I think I did it a couple of times in the race. Just look at now, the difference the update has made. Those situations entirely predictable now how the car will behave. But I'll get my head down now for a few laps to get some good bangers in, to see what we can get. It's a long race. So the AI should be about halfway through their stint now. Now we are not quite that, so we'll be pitting a few laps after the AI. There is, of course, the little extra thought here. I'm not taking tyres every stop, so I need to monitor that and see if that becomes a bit too exploitative with the AI. They might be. Of course, it was offset a bit there on my first stop with damage repair, but we'll just have to wait and see. Also, the potential time, just ignore that for some reason. It just seems to think that I can go about 3 seconds off the best anybody's ever done around here in the sim, in this car. So yeah, that, suffice to say, that's not correct, mostly because I'm about 10 seconds off that lap time. I've no idea how they've done that. It smells a bit of somebody figuring out how to exploit a bit. Whoops. Well, we are pushing. Oh. And to think that in the real race on Sunday, they'll have twice as many horsepower as I do now. Quite mad. Quite mad. Tire pressures are looking good, so we've sorted that out for the race. That's always a positive. Oh, hello! Hello! Oh, and that is for position. That right there is for position. Isn't it? Yes, we are up into 21st. All right. So see, that's kind of what wasn't initially apparent through there, was my pace relative to them. It might have been able to monitor that down on the times. It's a bit out of the way for me, so I'm not able to do that. But and I got people right up my back door though, so this is about to get fruity. Even if they've got a full fuel load and I don't. can slow it right up here, quad over, and then right down here, and it falls away under you. Such a good... Oh, mate. This track is phenomenal. Oh. There we go. Right strategy selected for our next pit stop. Oh, holy frame rate stutter. Drop. It is not as bad this time round, so we should be able to carry on. It just seems to be a thing with OBS, really. I'm just pretending it's a bit of a misfire we are having. Slow it down here, come on, very slow there. Oh, nearly in the fence. Right, wide there out, McPhillamy. Gotta bring it up here, rest it on the climb down. Brushing the fence on the exit of Forest Elbow. And I can start to see that muck, dirt, tyre marbles building up off the racing line. Which ironically makes it a bit easier to pick out where you should be driving if you start to doubt that. But yeah, okay, so pit stop started a lot sooner than I expected for the AI. And wow, we're up to 16th? Alright. It's going pretty good, isn't it? I think we can now start to focus as much on smoothness as pure speed here. It's going to be smooth, have a bit in reserve. This is very much like the Nordschleife. You want to have a bit in reserve when you're going around here, because just getting your lines wrong just by a tiny fraction, as evident by that wall right next to that track. Getting it wrong in certain places can be fatal for your race. I mean, we've already had a major setback, but I actually think it was a blessing in disguise, because it allowed us to just run in clear air. Just run Right, any dramas on it now. We've got a good rhythm going here. Weirdly, it's this section here that I get dropped frames on. Very bizarre. Is it right there, right there? And it's not a stutter because, you know, it doesn't continue where it stopped. But we'll just go right in here and and that's perilously close to the chase there. Whoops. Oh, we're off wide, off in the gravel. Oh, we've gained a couple of positions though. But we might lose a couple looking in the mirror. Ooh, our oil temperature is quite high. Nothing I can do about that. There's not really any setup changes I could have made to accommodate that. It's just a product of Bathurst being very hot. Real hot. Now this does of course mean that we are not really on a cycle with anybody, but I think everybody's strategy is pretty much all over the place now. Oh, that's too much. That was a good second or two. Good, Shane, thank you. Oh, he's in the gravel. And then fourth gear, which feels like it comes out of a pensioner's car. Whoa. I think we are starting to feel the tyre wear. Whoa, that's coming in a bit hot there. Just got to back it off. They're getting closer. We can now see them in Forest Elbow. stuttering frame rates again. OBS really doesn't like Automobilista 2 for some reason. I've got no idea why. Up to P9. This windscreen's getting a bit mucky. Makes me wish for a bit of tear off in the pit stops. See, I've just realised I don't have to run the game in 2140p. Could just turn it down to HD, full HD, and stream it in that. Because you guys are only getting it in 1080p. And that might just take some of the edge of the graphically intense experience we seem to be having here. I don't want to take the risk of doing that mid-race here, seeing as we can't actually save our progress. So if it has a big moment and everything crashes, then oops, we're shit out of luck here. We're having to start over again, and no thank you. Oh, wide. The risk, of course, now with stopping is getting caught up further down the order now, because there's no guarantees now that we come out in clear air. We could come out right behind a battle pack like we have up here, and I can have the freshest tyres in the world I'm still going to have a massive problem getting through that. Again, we've got to keep in mind a long race. We are, what, about 40 minutes in. 17 laps. Oh, I missed the gear change. At the worst part to do so as well. That was too tight. Oh, big moment. That's going to allow me to close right up on these guys. Hola. And this is where you don't want to get target fixation. Don't focus on the car in front of you, because you'll just end up doing what it's doing. You want to try and look through it, look around it, look for your own markers, look for where the track is going. And let's see here. Hold your line, boy. Hold your line. There we go. A P4. Ha-ha! Stuck it. Fat one. Any takers? No. I'm going to be vulnerable here. He's going to get that place back. No, he's backed out of it. Nearly lit the rears up. Felt the engine notes rise. We've got 4 laps-ish, 5 laps, I would imagine, left on this stint. Oh wow, wasn't aware he was up my inside. That could have ended our race right there. The good thing with these cars, there's no big rear wing on it. It's fairly easy to look around. Let's see here. You can get the overlap in right there. And with room on the outside for him. Haha. And we're clear. We're no longer side by side. Oh, yes. Is he going in? He is going in! That's P2. The leader's up there. Are we going to get past here? No. Oh, he can't decide. That's awkward. That kind of half-hearted move is really not what I want to be seeing. But we've got the inside on the run up here to Griffin Bend. Side by side, Griffin Bend, lap 19 out of 81. Shocking lack of common sense right here from everyone involved. Oh, he's in the fence! Oh, that's pushed me way wide right there. Got to think about the long game here. Could have just launched it down the inside here, but fact of the matter is with P3 we are what, a quarter into the race with the start we've had in the fence there a bit, but with the start we've had, we've got to just take this and just say, yeah, all right, if they're fighting me that hard, they can have it. We'll come back later on and get them, because we're off sequence here with strategy. So he might get me now, but who knows where we will be by the time everyone's completed their next pit stop. I mean, it even sounds like a V8 supercar on the down change there. It's fantastic. Oh, Automobilista. Racer Studios, what have you done? Oh, out wide. Here comes some egg. Here comes some egg up my inside. There you go. Definitely not Alpine livery or Alpine. Definitely not the car stereo manufacturer. No, 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 no. How have we got? 10 litres of fuel. Ah, bugger that gear change. And eventually, if this amount of dirt keeps piling on the windscreen, we'll be driving by bloody Morse code by the end of it. I hope that gets cleaned up in my pit stop. Off wide a bit. Oh boy. Say Eric. Need to wait a bit with the down change there. 9 litres of fuel now. So the question is, do we pit this time or do we go another lap? It said us accelerate ×2, so I would do. I mean, we might get towed by the pit crew anyway to bring it in. Oh, do we gamble? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I trust myself to make it. We're pitting this lap. Pitting this lap. Pit, pit, pit. Pit, pit, pit. Oh, 2 wheels on the grass. Don't need to be doing this. That was unnecessary. And in true endurance racing style, you absolutely slug it out. The moment you get past, you pull into the pits. This is a tricky pit entry. And stop. There we go. Beg your pardon. Yes, please. Thank you. Fill me up. Oh. So that was eventful. Getting punted off hill corner lap 2. I'm putting on a compact drive now. Of course, we're dropping down. It remains to be seen where we are at the end. Come on. I don't think we got tyres there. Oh well, we'll just get on with it. Let's just make absolutely sure we get tyres next time. So we're down in 19th now. These tyre pressures are too high for fresh tyres. And my windscreen wasn't cleaned. We're white. I have to remember the high fuel load. Eat wide, don't slide, don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. There we go. I think it's more of an issue with the game. I know I had that issue driving with the AI. The AI sometimes, or the game sometimes, don't give you tyres if it feels like your tyres are too fresh. Don't know if that's it. So maybe my tyres were just fine and I didn't need it, and they were like, yeah, go out, mate. Your tyres are good enough for now. Because I don't think you can disallow tyre changes in the race. The only option you have is to enable or disable fuel during pit stops. Which is a very important thing to check whether or not it's on. Because you don't want to not... Oh, just a bit wide there. But you don't want to not have a refueling. Let's just go in here again, confirm race strategy, adjust the strategy, tyre compound, slick, none, slick, wet. Let's do that there. Boom. Brake. Bad gear change. I mean, again, the car's driving fine now, and if I were using the sort of minimal tachometer, I would be able to see how much tyre I've left. So I could just, I mean, again, my first stint was what, 4 or 5 laps? So it could just be part of that as well. Caught up here, stuck behind Schnitzer again and a BMW. Whoopee! Right now the back end. Right out sideways. .95 oil temperature. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. Hey, hello friend, mate. Thank you. Back we are. Come on, there we go. I'm having a thought. Could the frame rate stuttering have anything to do with pit crews being loaded in? Wide again. I mean, that would make sense because it started happening down Conrod, and that would sort of roughly be where the back of the field would have been when they started happening if they were going into the pits. Didn't make any sense what I said, but in my head it did. You gotta hand it to those two. They are glued together. Again, just lifting there, just being slightly careful. Oh, that was a risky move. Close a bit more than I thought I would. And again, through here just after there, it just sort of opens up a line that you think you can go down. You really can't. Because then you got the dipper that you've got to line up for. Bad exit. Because I know in terms of the tyres, if you set it to recommended by weather, it'll only change it if the game, or if it's below 10% tyre remaining. So it could be something like that with the latest update that they might have tinkered with a bit, and that I'm only just finding out now. I did not intend on going side by side here, but it happened, and I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that it did. So back up to P12. Hello. Really close up there in the middle of Griffin. And then we get Grandpa gear again. Well, just pushing a bit hard there. Don't need to be doing that at all. Lifting so we don't bump him again. And it is touring cars around Bathurst, so you know some bumping is allowed and encouraged, really. Oh, nowhere near far enough up there. Oh, but that right there, he was trying to go for a move. I was trying to go for a move. That's just awkward. Give him the hurry up through the dipper. We need to clear these guys pretty quickly now. We're now being held up here. Dropping loads of time over the top. Yes, yes, yes! Race! Race! Come on, closer, closer, closer. Give me that massive hole like a draft in. Oh, they touch! It's a touch! That was, we nearly went 3. He said fantastic. There's only Schnitzer left. Let's get Charlie's boy. Wrong gear. Damn. Damn. Double damn. But P10, quality. Again, just climbing up the ladder nice and carefully here. And to be honest, if those are the big mistakes that we have, I'll be happy with that. Right, there was that slight issue of putting it in the fence on lap 2 or 5 or whatever it was, but that's worked out to our advantage. Terrible gear change again. We're just a bit too quick on the clutch for 4th. Guten Tag, mein Schätzer Herren. Tschüss, we white. Guten Tag. Again, in German. Oh, we got him. Oh, this is bad. Oh my. That was the rightest of right out sideways moments. You could not have done that pre-update. Oh ho ho. If you're wondering how I saved that, yep, so am I. Don't know, but I did. And I'm just going to roll with it. Meant to do that. I had to control, you know, just play it off here. So cool. Meant to do that. I mean, you just can't make tracks like these. Again, it's just too good. Oh, hello. That's because I'm in 3rd, of course. Oh, but Schnitzer's in. Schnitzer's in the lane. And we've got more cars in the pits. It's this one that's 3rd, mate. You know this. 8 now. Fantastic. Progress. On lap 26. So yeah, I reckon next time I'll come in, let the AI do a bit of driving. I'll go off, grab a quick bite to eat, and then get back in for the dash towards the end. That seems like a very sensible plan, I think. We'll see if we let the AI do 1 or 2 stints. Ah, bollocks to me and my shoddy 4th gear changes. I mean, these soft tyres are doing very well around a blazing hot map Panorama. Ay, 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 ay. Just dropped frame, worst possible time. Thankfully, it's not like real life where this will be the worst idea I've ever had. But I don't even know if it did anything here. I'd just like to think that there's something I can do to help ease my vision just a bit. Oh, it's such a good track. Such a good track. Second gear, mate. You know this. You know this. Yeah, I need to take a short break after this stint, definitely. Just give my mind that bit of rest. So we're sharp again for the dash towards the end. I mean, again, I'm just under halfway through this stint, of course. And I'm using my running gloves again as racing gloves. They're not great for it. They're starting to show a bit of wear as a result. But I have got some actual gloves coming. Either tomorrow or Wednesday, which would be great. Initially intended to get some cheaper option, but they weren't in stock, so I had to get some proper actual racing gloves. But it's just a lot nicer to grip this kind of wheel with a glove, because it's obviously designed for real life to be raced with gloves. That's why, you know, they've got suede, Alcantara, or whatever they call it, on it. So I found, especially in that Monza race that I did where I used the gloves, it just felt much nicer to drive on my hands. Just much firmer grip. Even now on my gear lever, feels much nicer like this. Wait, let's not do that. I think we are starting to feel a bit of tyre wear here. But still, you know, like 2 and a bit stints out of a set of softs that haven't exactly been looked after. There hasn't been any safety car style laps here. It's just been bang on right away, very hot. I mean, again, 96 degrees for the oil. The water, that would be boiling. 97. Oh boy. Remember it this time. Up to 7. Up to 6. Are they going to appear out of the pit? Doesn't appear so. That mirror is a little bit bigger, so it might be worth using that for those kind of moments. Oh, so looking forward to Watkins Glen now, especially after that DPI race I did, which didn't go very well, I'll admit, but in fairness I wasn't trying particularly hard to have a good result there, just pure fun and enjoyment and trying out the update. It's like, if you have this, please try it again. If you didn't like it before, the cars were a bit weird, you felt like we're off, because now it's very good, very predictable. Like, if the car starts to slide, you know, you can just hold it. I mean, again, as I've demonstrated there earlier a few laps ago, you can now hold those kind of just insane situations like you would in a real car, because, you know, if you're quick enough in a real car, you can save a lot of stuff in a race car. I mean, God knows we've seen that in real racing. But it just feels like, it feels connected now. Everything just really comes together beautifully. New force feedback profile provided. No, come on, thank you. Dropped frames, damn it. This race is entirely unpredictable for me. Everybody's running their own strategies here, so who knows who's going to win. Car in front. I'm going to race that driver if I can. I mean, they might be too far away to catch before, but yes, we've got tyres selected, all of that, all good stuff. Ready to put in, should we need it. I don't like fourth gear, alright? It's a bad gear. Oh, hello. You can feel the tyre wear now. You can hear how it's starting to lock more on the brakes in these high braking situations downhill. Like it's always making a bit of a noise down here, but now in the dipper, what we can actually do to eliminate issues with tyre changes potentially is just move over to the default strategy and just adjust that. Though that might send tyre pressures off in a very weird way. Should be dry. Wait, hello, that's bad. Need to be doing that. Really don't want to be hitting that inside curve. You can do the aero work. then we just lose all power as we start climbing up the mountain. Yep, fourth gear made a mistake again. Don't turn that into a drinking game, because, oh boy, you're going to be absolutely floored by lap 50. Oh boy! I think these tyres might be a bit done. But we just got to get on with it. Hope that we can change them during the next stop. Bring it in nice and tight, close, and then over, and then good run down the mountain. What am I doing? What even is that? Slap the face, slap the face. Ooh, me knee. Oh, that knee's a bit of the old tide now, actually. Nearly jammed it in the wrong gear again. What is up with that, yo? Oh, they're closing up from behind. We might need to pit sooner, because that front end damage might be sending our oil temperature up a bit. Because that's now touching 100. That's pretty critical, actually. I mean, you can only really check if it's getting warmer outside. If I pick, because it feels a bit cheaty to pause the game right now. I might just want to be careful and change up a bit early if we can. Yeah, it's cooling down the straight. We have so much air flowing through the radiators now. That should help us out. We'll read out what's that oil temperature now. That is absolutely crucial. If that runs over 100, we've got to really make some critical decisions. When he's facing from behind. might have to bring it in early now, just to see if it'll help with the pace, repairing the front end, seeing if we can do some tyre changes. Yeah, let's do it. So this will be the crucial thing. Have we just let this all go to waste? Is this all for now? If we can't do the tyre changes, we're boned, basically. Because it appears the AI is either able to drive a lot better on their tyres than we are, or they're able to have tyre changes take place. And obviously, a bit of drop frames doesn't help. But yeah, we're a sitting duck here for Alpine. I don't know. The leader, though, has absolutely cleared out. We don't know if he's the actual leader. Well, it is our nemesis from Monza, Giancarlo Rambanelli. So, this is it. They got tyres out. Oh, let's see right here, right now. Driver change, please. There you go. So let's see here, once they finish doing fuel, if we do tyres, or what happens here. This is crucial, absolutely critical. More cars coming into the pits here. Stopping, fuel done. Tyres being done, yes! We're still in it. Oops. Hopefully the AI will start the car. Of course, let's just make doubly sure. Yep, driver swap on. Repairing the... Yes, yep, done here. I don't actually have the engine being turned on set as a button, I think. No. So we'll just have to hope the AI does it when it drops. But we have fresh rubber on the car now. It'll be great for the AI to get cracking with. Let's just wait and see here. Drop. There we go. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. So, alright. This has been my first stint here. If I press this button, you can now see that the AI is driving. I'll be back soon. I'll just have some dinner and just de-stress a bit. We're back down to 25. We'll let the AI drive on, and I'll rejoin you in a bit. Righto. Getting ready here to get back in. Seems appropriate, really. AI hasn't climbed as high as I would have wanted. I mean, we're only sitting P11 now, so we'll have a bit of a job cut out for us here. I don't know if we'll be in this lap or the next lap, but I'll actually just sit here and be ready just a couple of laps before. Previously, I've just gotten in with like 20 litres left is when I sit back down and ready just in case the AI dives in a bit early. They can be a bit premature with stopping. We're going to go in, we're going to do a, let's just go in here, race strategy, adjust the strategy. Yep, pretty much no damage repairs, we'll just take on slicks again. We found out we can't really double stint. Well, we double stinted plus really, is sort of what we tried to do. But we'll have a bit of a look-see here and see. We've got Morse coding on our rear bumper. Very slow down here through the mountain again. But yeah, we'll see if they dive in this lap or the next. Possibly. But yes, had a bit of dinner. Just got my mind out of it a bit. Always good. Leaves you refreshed here for the final 30-ish laps to the end. Which, again, we've done 49 now. And that's taken us 2 hours. So we're definitely over halfway. But we've still got a decent chunk of racing to go here. So just have to wait and see when the AI dives in. I've got my gloves sitting ready next to me. I'm seated here. We've got plenty of time to just find ourselves a proper position. But yeah, some food in me, just mentally getting away from it a bit. It's always good. In we go. Step 6. Here we go. Here we go. Ready in. Ready in. Driver change. Let's just confirm. Or not. So here we are. Back in. I believe that's the button. Yes, it was. Okay, yeah, it wasn't me. Wow, what an aggressive pit entry, eh? So let's see here. Fuel going in. We should get some fresh tyres. So yeah, they are sitting ready to change tyres for me. So we're dropping back down the order again. We'll have to put on a bit of a charge here. Just in case, yeah, filling up here. It's a lot of fuel going in. It's 101 litres maximum. Again, pitting about a lap early. Oh, we're going to be lapped here. Oh, I'm not sure we are. Oh, it's a different leader now. Maybe Rampanelli's pitted. We are off. We go on the jacked tyres being changed. Let's just get ready here and see. We might be able to double stint at the end if it gets cooler. Actually, before we go out here, let's just confirm. Yeah, 31 ambient still. So, Christ alive. Yeah, who knows? Pit limiter on. So, back in the race. See, yeah, I think the leader pulled in behind us as well. Anyway, blue flag, no thank you. Immediately fucks up, changing to fourth, fantastic. So let's see here, we're down to P24, but we have a clear track ahead of us. So let's just keep in mind we've got cold tyres, a full fuel load. And the world's slowest fourth gear. We're out wide a bit there. Look at all that dirt and rubbish being picked up on the outside of the corners now. It's a true endurance race. The car feels so much nicer now. We've got a fresh set of Bridgestones, I believe it is, on it. So much more responsive down here. So we keep getting blue flag, but I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue for us. We should have the ponies down the straightaway here to put away. And yes, I have unmuted myself, of course. Always important to check and double check and triple check that. So here we go, the next lap here really is the first proper test to see if we still got some pace on this thing. Yeah. Because temperatures and pressures are coming up on the tyres, we can see it's all looking good. But that leader, man, he's got a rocket today. Might have to let the leader through. Whoa. Was not expecting him to go side by side there. Come on in. Oh, it's our boy Chequered. Chequered Rosberg. Come on, Chequered. Oh, gee whiz. That would cost us big time. I mean, he could just be at the end of his stint now, so it could all sort of work out properly. But I think ultimately the race for the finish or the win here is over. See, he's staying out this lap. Just pushing wide there. Yeah, Chequered's got a rocket ship today. It's very good. Now we've taken one position in that stop. And again, we've got a clear track now. We've just got to do our thing. Grab as many positions as we can here and set the good lap times as much as possible. I mean, ideally, I want to be in those 225-ish. If we can do that, that would be fantastic. But I suspect with these temperatures, it might be difficult. I don't know how big of an impact the engine damage will have on you in a race. Oh, gee whiz. We're getting a bit crossed up down here. Got to refocus. Another thing to take into account is brake wear. These front brakes do take a bit of a battering. I don't know if it affects the AI as much as it would me, but I would imagine brake wear is modelled as I can set up and have set up a strategy just in case I will need a brake change here. Because that could be entirely feasible. then I will end up needing to do that. He's staying out another lap. That's too much cutting on the inside there. That's not going to help me. Pushing wide, mid-corner. That's no good. Early shift, that's no good at all. Oh, massively wide here. What am I doing? Come on, mate. The road sort of cambers in there, so you can really hook it in. And that's not very smart. Now we're off wide again. We just got to get this done right. We've dropped so much time where we need to gain on Chequered. Not that we're really racing him, because I don't know what his strategy he's on when he last pitted and all of that stuff. See again, we're now starting to climb up the rankings as others are pitting, but it is very hard to figure out where we'll be at the end. See, that's more like it. What's that? Oh, 224. What the? Oh. Oh, yes. Has battle just been joined? I suspect it has. I really wish that kicked in at about 300 revs higher up in the range there. Oh, we're driving it a bit in the cutting. See, now I want to drive this in the DPI, which is a terrible idea, but also brilliant, I would imagine. Oops. It's alright as long as you keep it out of the gravel. The gravel's a real kicker. Carry too much speed into for a still bow. Just pushed my back end out a bit through the corner, even though it's beautifully handling still, this car. I'm not really feeling brake wear yet, and I should start to feel a bit, but they feel really solid. I've still got a good action on them. So we got a good car. Oh, Chequered in. Leaving room on the outside. There we go. Sounds so nice now. The driveline. Just listen to the sound of that. Fantastic experience. Such an engaging experience to drive now. In every way possible. Oh, damn. Just a few drop frames at a critical point messed up my gear change. So P16, we're moving up the field here. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. That is all I can say. Yeah, starting to claw back some distance here. Although we're side by side here. I nearly threw it off there. Another 24, that's fantastic. Oh, that's not going to be a 24. It's also very hard on my left arm and hand as I'm using my right to change gears with. Got my H pattern shifter here, so I'm doing a lot of one-handed steering here, which is also a lot of wear and tear on the old body. And just my left leg, that's admittedly just clutching now. I feel like I've just reached that zone where you're just focused on driving. You're feeling everything the car's doing under you. The gear changes, you're watching the cars ahead of you. It's fantastic. attach. Side by side through Griffin Bend. Oh, he's going to be right out in all the rubbish. Ah, cocky. Oh, huge moment. I just grabbing down Conrod. See, those are the kind of risks I don't need to be taking right now. That can bend my steering. I really, really don't need that right now. Oh, back in just a bit fruity here. He might get me down into Murray. Yeah, he's side by side into Murray. He thinks twice about that. And now he's being attacked from behind. He's looking down. He's going to try and get at me in hell corner. Oh, we managed to close the door on that. So up to P13. We're climbing slowly through the field. And 66 might be the critical lap for us, actually. Because it says we can do 15 laps on this stint. So we can grab another 5 laps out of this. Bring it in one final time. And then it's just full push at that point. It's too late to start saving fuel anyway, so we'll just have to see when we run out of fuel on this stint. Oh, just scraping the fence. Shifting down to third early there really hurts you. Really unsettles the car. You've got to wait until you reach that mid-apex. Really, ideally. I cocked up that gear change. The downside of the Thrustmaster shifter is that it can move from side to side when you've got it mounted on a table, which is what it did there. I really should have made a mental note earlier about how much fuel I use a lap. Let's just do a calculation here. Wow, okay. I do apologise for that. Redress, okay, he's pulled in behind. Oh, so, we don't want to redress there. Oh. Don't want a Jamie Winker bit. So 36.5 across the line. And can we just confirm race strategy, adjust strategy? 16 laps, so 65 will be our critical lap then. 36.5 at the line. Oh, it's a teammate. Okay, I was a bit wrong there. You can change stamp before that. It just needs to be somewhat stable, it seems. Ah, balls to the face. The nice thing about the DPI is you can see some of that dirt being picked up on the front wheel arches on the inside when you're driving it. Here you can't, and that's a bit... I like that. I like seeing the dirt and whatnot's being caught on it. But it makes it feel like an endurance race, that these things get dirty and mucky and all that good stuff. As it should be. Holy moly, right out he gets on a repark. Can you believe it? Holding it outside through McPhillamy, 2 wheels on the grass, and he's through. Can you believe it? That's the kind of big brain moves you see Shane Van Gisbergen do, for crying out loud. P11, we're approaching the top 10. I'll take a top 10 finish, really. I forgot to see what it was at the line. Oops. Let's try one more time. .25.2 at the line. I have a feeling we're around like the 5 litres a lap. We're getting closer to the critical lap. Ever closer. I wouldn't mind having a lap in hand in my fuel tank. Just because I'm not 100% sure how accurate that prediction is. Yes, mate. Oh, yes. So it was 25.2 at the line, we're down to 21.2. So that's 4 litres burned? 3 litres burned? I mean, you're going to burn a lot down Conrod, that's, in fairness, yes, we will. $19.3, that's closer to 6 if my mind is right. But we will make it, we just need the one stop now. Because for 6, that'll bring us down to 6 down to 12. We'll definitely be within critical lap here. Cocking ball sack. Oh, this place. This fucking place! I mean, if this doesn't convince you to watch the real race... Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, that's bad. If this doesn't convince you to watch the real race, I mean, what will? It's like this, but for real, in faster cars and with people who actually know what they're doing and don't end up like sliding and hitting the fence there and all that malarkey. I think for American starts technically Saturday evening, but really it's worth watching. It's good. Like they're what? If I'm doing 24s, they're doing 15 seconds a lap more than I am. On race pace, I would imagine, around that nature. So, yeah. It's good. It's very good. But let's gather it back up here. That was a costly lap for us. But we're in the top 10 now, across the line. And this is going to be critical. Will we make it another lap? I am inclined to just be slightly cautious here. Back end is starting to get light on me. So we'll just confirm pit strategy being selected. Pit strategy, adjust strategy, slick, yes. Everything is as it should be. We'll make a decision. If we've got more than 7 litres of fuel at pit entry, we're going to try to go another lap. Because that definitely leaves a litre. And we will, yep. Oh, this is a gamble. It's that gear change that's causing the driveline damage, and that's caused by micro frame drop thingies. So that's a bit annoying. But yeah, well, oh, hello, thank you. That's no good. Okay, let's gather this up here mentally, get back in the focus here. We just need to make it to the end of this lap. Then we've got a fresh set of tyres coming on. We've got another fuel load. And it's a final run to the line. Wow, big frame drop. Again, just frame drops right at a critical moment. Well, here we are. This is going to be crucial. This is crunch time now. We've got to get in clean, got to get out clean. Pit confirm, pit confirm. Fuel and tyres, fuel and tyres. Thank you. There we go. Boom. Come on, come on, come on. Let's work it here, guys. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Oh, it's an age. Sitting here waiting. Fuel's going in. Bit by bit. As we just drop down the order. Somebody else is in the lane with us. But that's fuel done. Fuel is done. Tyres now being changed. Fresh set of Bridgestones going on. Bridgestone softs for the run to the line. Alright, here we go. This is it. Final stint. And we've only dropped to 19s this time. I'm hoping quite a few of these guys still have their final stop to go. Just being easy here. With this new rubber, they're cold, soft. Could be worse, could be cold hearts. We don't have hearts for this car. But again, a high fuel load on cold, fresh tyres. We do not have the grip we expect to have that we have had. So being sensible here on the outlap really is something that would behove us. Just want to dial in a bit more ABS. Just again to try and protect those front tires. Oh, gee whiz, big drop. Alright, pressures are starting to come up now. So that's looking good. Still P19, of course. Haven't closed the gap to anybody quite yet. But we should start to see others take their final stop right about now. So who knows where we will come out. There's certainly no reason to hold back now. Also, don't want to be doing too much of that, please. Still P19 across the line. Just a hint of understeer. Held corner. Somebody's behind us. Pressures are now starting to be there. See, now we're starting to get the grip. Now those fresh bridgestones are starting to help us across the top of the mountain. Ah, she's a beaut. It's a rocket ship. The old 190E. A 24.4, fantastic. That's not a 24.4 though. Can't push and held corner that hard. We should have learned that by now. Had enough dramas at the start of the race. But P15 now. P15. Starting to shape up here for us. A top 10 would be really nice here. That really would be the dream, and we're 5 positions away from that. Oh, my side windows are also mucky. That's neat. Is that one as well? Yeah, a bit, it looks like. P14. Really had to get out of it there, across Reed Park. Otherwise we would have been in the Wolf hard. Well, fence hard, sorry. Yeah, that really cost us at the top of the mountain. We were lap 70. 11 laps to go at Bathurst. We're on the hunt. Our final stops have been made. It's just a matter of hustling this bad boy as high as I can get her. Let's see if they all stay out. And they're all for position. A 25 dead, fantastic. Ah! Bad boy, bad boy. Just remembering to drink during the event. Critical. Especially towards the tail end. We're closing. We're closing that gap up to the pack ahead. And we're up to P13. And how many cars are in that pack? That could be P10 up there. That could be the target. Like in my head, I'm just hearing Neil Crompton and Mark Scaife commentating. So all I'm hearing right now is fantastic. that boy. Don't overdrive into Murray. There's absolutely no need for that. I've got the pace. Remember now, grip the wheel light. Just a light grip on it, no need to force your hand around it and force it around. You've got to make it work for you. Be nice, be gentle. Oh, we're wide, we're in the rubbish. Oh, right outside race. Ah, piece of shit. Look at that mistake. 2 mistakes there, cost us dearly. Had to get off it there again too late. Lost a bit of momentum. Free park, right in the fins. Oh, we've got 2 wheels off there. In part due to some frame rate stuttering, but we closed the gap. I'll just focus on driving for now, really. Oh, that's a position. Oh, I nearly spun it. All right, relax. We're up to P11 now. And who knows who else needs to stop ahead. Oh, frame stutter. We'll drop frames, whatever it is. God, I hope I have enough fuel in the car. Jesus. He's out. He stays out. Oh, Beamer's coming back at us. Is there an overlap? No. I'm struggling to put the power down through the corner. P9, we passed somebody in the pits. And he's got to run now. Beamer got to run on me here. Schneider Sports. Side by side on a run down mountain straight away. There's nothing in it. Now we're losing touch with Merck. Just graze the fence there on the inside. I mean, look at this sun setting. An automatic run to the line. Late race charge at Bathurst. As the sun sets. What more do you want? Oh, a bit of a brake lock up there at the top of the mountain at Skyline. Don't want to have that happen again. But we'll ride on him now. This will be a pass down Conrod. We'll use that slipstream. Grab him for the kink and the run into the chase. Oh, he's got a good pull out of the Forest Elbow. Oh, we might not get him here. We might have broken the toe. Yeah, he's broken the toe. Oh no, there it is. There it is, right in slipstreaming. Right up to him. He's going to move over here. What's he going to do? We're going down the inside. Oh, I clipped the curb. Yes. Oh no, but he's striking back. Oh, he's backed out of it. At the very last moment, he thought twice about that. P8, fantastic. And he stays with us. Battle still joined here. Oh yeah, Battle very much joined. He's back up our inside. Oh, we can't do the crisscross. You help me up there on the apex. Oh, out wide. Oh, I thought we were out of fuel there. And the frame rate started right as I changed up. It slipped into gear, but for a moment there, the sound cut out. I can't cope with that right now, game. Fucking hell. Bit hesitant there because I knew I'd close on him very quickly. Let's see, here we are. Oh, we are right. All right. Oh, he can't make the move, can he? He's looking up, but doors get slammed in my face. Oh, but look at that pull out of Forest Elbow. Although we're hanging with him a bit more this time. We might get it done for good now. And he's back on his line down the inside. Same procedure as last year. He's fighting. Oh, slammed that door in his face. Get in. Oh, that's going to cost me. Go back on the racing line. He's backed out of it. P7. What are we racing for here? 5 laps to go. What are we racing for? Oh, he's got a good run down mountain. He's defending. Can we do it over the top this time? Oh, he's slow here, but my backing gets loose. Ooh, yes! Just leave him room on the outside. So what are we racing for? Oh, but he's got a good run down down Conrod. He thinks twice about that. He can't keep up with us. Oh, terrible gear change there. That's going to leave us vulnerable. Somebody's in. It's out for position. The Merc stays out. He's still with us. He's not giving up. To go, there's nothing in it. Wide, he's wider still. He's Morse coding on my rear bumper here. He's going to go around the outside on a run up to the cutting. Well, we managed to deny him. This is where I want to be in the front. No! Yes, deny. Oh! Oh! This is so different to Monza. Here we were actually battling. Brush the fence again. Ah, no! That'll be a good run for him. Drink. Oh no. No, he's back there now. It's getting harder and harder to see. Oh, that's no good. Who's yet to make the final pit stop? Oh no! Pushing so hard, right to the limit. Oh, he's backed out of it. He doesn't like that move. Wide. We might be racing this car for 7th. Just brushing the fence there. See, this is a sign of how hard I'm pushing. Just brushing against the wall. Two to go at the line. We got fuel. We're good on fuel. Oh, look, the end of the wheel. We're in the grass. That's going to cost me. I think we could just see the next car. Got to be patient through there, and I'm not patient. I reckon this is it. This is fantastic. Are we right? Oh, just clawed it back. At the brink of disaster. We really have to hope somebody pits in now if we are to get more positions. Look at this. Sun setting, final run. Oh, we messed that up, but we've broken it. He's 2 seconds back. Last lap, last lap. I'm now making a mistake there because I literally cannot see the apex. Nobody pitted, nobody pitted. I don't think he's close enough. Wee. That's a bit dodgy. Final time down corner roll. I mean, he's there, but we're not going to catch him in time. We're not going to get him in time. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Yes. Of course. Get in. Get in! And that's Bathurst. Everybody, get in! P7 after getting punted off turn 1, lap 2. Oh, what a drive, what a race! Rush! Way! Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have clapped going down Mountain Straight. What does the car look like when we came across the line? How dirty is it? Oh, let me get my gloves off here. Oh, that was. Whew. There's my mouth. So, can we view the replay, please? Wow, let's not go that first, shall we? Okay. There we go. Oh, look at that! How beautifully dirty that is, right off the road. Can we get it back where it was actually daylight? Or back where we were still within sun? Okay. So there should be a shot right about there. So let's go in here. Drone cam, yes please. Oh, what a beaut. She is an absolute beaut. Dirty, messy, absolutely worn out. Raced within an inch of her life. Fantastic. Let's just quickly... Oh, there you go, that's the front. Increase the aperture a bit. F8 seems about right. Shutter speed, oh no. See, it's default down there. It looks great, but every photo ends up looking the same if you don't change it. So just grab a picture here. Clearly, you know, coming across the top of the mountain. So is there anywhere else we can grab a rear good shot? I don't think so. So yes, haha. Let's just go ahead and skip this cooldown lap. Oh, see. We finished 1 minute and 20 down. From having started P1, contact turn 1 lap 2. Spun me out off, then had damage lap 5, had to repair that. And we finished P7 1 minute and 20 down. 3 hours 23 minutes of good hard racing. Oh yes, did anybody retire? Nobody retired. Everybody made it to the end. So yes, that's Bathurst, everybody. That's Bathurst. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.